It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion, Hill. Roberts looking to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Slot man moves right. To throw is Roberts. To throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Roberts throwing on 3rd and long. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as this now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores. So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half. All changed in the blink of an eye. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. On 1st down, Roberts. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Here's Carr. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, trying to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
In motion, Hill. Throwing on 1st down. Roberts. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the 1st, thanks to a flashy little spin move. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On play action, now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dolphins offense returning to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Roberts. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say, road's closed.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Miami set to take over. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Roberts now looking to throw on 2nd down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. In motion, Hill. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Roberts. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Roberts to throw on 2nd down. They'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this drive did a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up and overcome it.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. It's the same case all over.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The slot man in motion right. Roberts throwing again.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Roberts. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw again.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, certainly looked like it.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's Carr.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need...
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Carr. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Now Carr.
This is caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Roberts. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. And forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And he will take a 7-point lead. Kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.